Hello, everyone, and welcome to this month's Personal Peace Procedure Wednesdays with Wonderland free community tapping circle for May of 2025. This month, the community voted on tapping on inner restlessness. Maybe there's a part of you that feels like, I feel guilty if I sit still. I feel guilty if I'm not doing something all the time. And you feel this kind of frenetic energy in you, always to be doing and going. So, that is what we are going to tap on today. And we'll start with just a little bit of grounding, making sure that everyone's taking full responsibility for your own personal well being and mental health. Please feel free to use the worksheet that you can find in the portal. You can always sign up for the portal at offerings.amandawonderland.com/PPP-WWW. That will give you access to all of the past recordings of our calls and also the worksheet and our community agreements. All right. So we are here today to explore the roots of inner restlessness, to potentially release the energy that's driving it, and to reconnect with the deep stillness that already lives within us. We just have to move some of the stuff out of the way so that we can sink into that juicy stillness. So before we begin, I invite you to close your eyes and just begin to turn inward, deepening your breath as you do, relaxing your tongue on the floor of your mouth, and letting yourself arrive here in this space, in this body, in this breath. And just notice any energy buzzing beneath the surface. Any sense of agitation, unease, or a feeling that something should be different than it is. And without judgment, just witness it. We're not trying to fix or force anything. We're simply noticing today. And as you breathe, I invite you to place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. And say to yourself, even this I allow. Even now, I am safe. And we'll begin by tapping on the side of the hand, just allowing yourself to gently open your eyes and return back to this beautiful community, to the safety and unconditional positive regard that we have created for one another here. And if you can, I encourage you to say these words out loud if you're in a safe enough place to do that. And if not, saying it in your head is just as good. Even though I feel this inner restlessness, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though it's hard to sit still or feel satisfied, I honor where this comes from. And even though part of me always feels like I should be doing something, I accept this part of me now. Good. And we'll move to the top of the head. This unsettled feeling inside me. Eyebrow, like I should be somewhere else, doing something else. Side of the eye, this agitation that won't let me rest. Under the eye, the pressure to always be doing or improving. Under the nose, part of me doesn't feel safe being still. Under the mouth, it's like I'm being chased by something invisible. Collarbone, or trying to outrun some discomfort. Under the arm, this constant undercurrent of unease. Good. Side of the hand. And even though I feel this inner restlessness, I'm open to exploring where it comes from and holding myself in love and compassion as I do so. Okay, so we're just priming the nervous system now, just acknowledging this energy to begin with. And now it's time to get into your story, your individual story. So we're here to explore the roots of where this inner restlessness came from. So this is where you get into your worksheet, that one time when. So I want you to think about, when did you first feel like you had to always be doing something? Where did you learn that from? Where did you learn that stillness wasn't safe or productive? You may have gotten in trouble for watching cartoons as a kid. You may have wanted to play instead of doing your chores. Or it may have been older in life. It may have been in college. It may have been in middle school. It may have been when you became a mother or father. So tune into that. And if you're having a hard time coming up with your event, trust your body. Go into that feeling of inner restlessness. Where does it live in your body? And ask your subconscious mind, which is your body, to show you where you first felt that. And then get into the details. Where were you? Who was there with you? What did they say? What did you see? And how did that feel for you? You can always rub your sore spots if you're starting to feel a little triggered here. I want to keep you safe throughout this process. For those of you that are new to EFT, just a little bit below your collarbone point, kind of in between your heart space and your armpit. I always like to give a little time for everyone to write, so don't feel rushed. We'll all start tapping together when I see that people are done writing. For those of you that are done writing, try to tune into this part of you, the part that experienced that. And if it's a younger part, see if you can bring it in with you. If it's a little part, see if you can put it on your lap right now. If it's a bigger part, see if you can sit it right next to you, just to let it know you're here. Things are different now. You're the adult and you're in charge, and you get to decide what energy you want to keep in your body and what energy is no longer serving you. Give it just a few more minutes for everyone to finish. Allowing yourself to feel safe to remember this event, but not relive it. We have the privilege of standing back and observing from a bird's eye view the things that happen to us without having to get back into the place of who we were at that time. And EFT allows us to do that in a safe way. Okay. So, for those of you that aren't yet done writing, that's okay. You can just continue on writing, and we will all be tapping along with you or for you. And whenever you are ready, you can just join us. We're going to go back to the side of the hand, taking a nice, full, gentle breath to begin. Even though I learned that stillness means I'm lazy. And just a reminder, if the words don't resonate with you, change them so that they do. I am open to seeing it differently now. And even though I feel guilty when I'm not productive, I acknowledge how this belief was planted in me. Even though I've been wired to be in motion, I'm ready to question that wiring. Good. Top of the head. Always doing, never enough. Eyebrow. I picked this up somewhere. Side of the eye. Maybe from parents, school, culture. Under the eye. This belief that I'm only valuable when I'm doing. Under the nose. This discomfort with slowing down. Under the mouth. This fear that stillness means I'll fall behind. Collarbone. Or that I won't be worthy without productivity. Under the arm. No wonder I feel restless. It's been survival. We're going to go on to the finger points in case there's more than one event where you got this wiring. We'll see if we can move into our 9 gamut, which allows us to kind of select all and see if we can use the generalization effect to work through a lot of them. So we'll go to the side of the thumb. And when you're reaching out to shake my hand, it's always the side facing the ceiling. We're going to say this inner buzz inside me. And we'll move on to the pointer finger. Like I must be doing something all the time. Middle finger. And if I'm not, I'm lazy. This is a phrase I heard all the time. Good for nothing. Good for nothing if you're not doing something. And then pinky finger. I don't want inner stillness instead. Good. Then we'll move on to that triple warmer point right in between your ring and pinky bones on the back of your hand. Keep tapping there as you take a nice, full, gentle breath and close your eyes. Good. And then open your eyes. Keep your nose pointed at me as you look hard down to the left, like you're looking at your left shoulder. And then come back to center and look hard down to your right, like you're looking at your right shoulder. And come back to center. Roll your eyes all the way up to the ceiling and pretend there's a big clock in front of you and slowly begin to circle that clock, hitting every number on the way around, clockwise or counterclockwise, whichever way you would like. We're going to do 3 in each direction just to be nice and thorough. And you take your time because we're going to wait for everyone to meet us right back here. Thinking about all the times that you learned being still was not okay. When you get back up to 12 on your third round, switch sides, go the opposite direction. Continually tapping on your triple warmer, stirring up that energy in there. We're going to let it resettle in a whole new way. Snapping you out of your trauma response, your fight or flight, and giving you autonomy and sovereignty over how you choose to live the rest of your life. Taking nice full breaths on all of the circles. And feeling your feet on the ground or your hips on whatever surface you're seated on, keeping yourself in the present moment here with us. Hearing my voice as I guide you. And once you've completed your 6th circle, you can blink a few times and relax your eyes, and we'll move straight to the side of the hand. Take your time. Once I see everyone tapping on the side of the hand, we'll move forward. There is no rush. We can all be still together in silence, no less. Beautiful. Just confirming that everybody's good before we move forward. Good. And even though I learned that restless meant productive and productive meant valuable, I am upgrading my operating system. That does not have to be my truth anymore. Okay, let's take a break. Shake it out, move your body, just listening to your body. What does your body need right now? Do you need? Do you need some stretching? Do you need some water? Hydrating the meridians is always a nice thing to do after your tapping rounds, just to kind of let the energy settle in a new way. And then we check in. We check in on your worksheet, see if your SED levels, that 0 to 10 gauge that we use to see how emotionally activated these things are, see if anything has changed, if anything new has come up for you. And we are a very interactive group here, so please feel free to share. I have another round scripted for us to talk about the survival energy that brought us to this point in our life, but I really want to cater the circle to whatever you guys are feeling or what you noticed. I really like the auditory aspects, the things that we heard our parents or society say. I don't know if you guys will understand this, but this is what my mother used to say, being raised in the southern part of the United States. When I would watch TV and not do my chores, she would say, "You're as useless as teats on a boar hog." That would be what she would say to me. So now it's a very funny thing to say because it doesn't have the emotional charge that it used to. But it definitely led me to believe, oh my gosh, if I'm enjoying myself or relaxing, then I'm useless. I'm good for nothing, you know? So these are the kind of things that were writings on our wall. These are the cliches that we grew up with that affected us, that we internalized. Nice, Nikki. Started at a 6 down to a 2. Judgment was at an 8 down to a 4. Just sliced it right in half. No big deal. Love that EFT. Beautiful. Yes, Anne, the devil makes work for idle hands. Yes, absolutely. I hear that all the time from my clients. Yes, idle hands make for the devil's work for sure. A set of memories when if you heard my mom coming down the hall and you're just relaxing or watching TV, you better jump up and start pretending to clean. Absolutely, because otherwise you're in big, big trouble. Oh, I'll give you something to do if you're bored. We all should be allowed to be bored every now and then, or to choose boredom, to allow our minds to take a break every now and then. But that's not how we were raised at all. Work is more important than family events or having fun in life. Absolutely. Yeah. And a lot of things are not explicitly said, but we implicitly understand them through our parents' behavior and our caregivers' behavior. Um, I heard from my mom that I was just like my father in a very negative way. Yeah, and now we know my dad and I have ADHD. Exactly. You know, these things that were not diagnosed back then, that were not understood, that were definitely not normalized, were demonized. They were demonized, and we internalized those as little kids, and we let it determine how we felt about ourselves. Hurry up, hurry up. Yep, definitely. I got that one all the time. Lazy was always a big issue in church. Yeah, for sure. For sure. You're too slow. All the time. Which is probably why it's hard for my mom to accept my dad and I. Yeah, because she put us down a lot. Now she kind of has to eat her words and hopefully will find some compassion. Stillness was associated with fear of getting depressed. Interesting. Interesting. So run away from that discomfort. The more that you keep yourself busy, the less depressed you will be, or the less you will allow that depression to come in. Beautiful. So this all just completely validates my assumption that we are all just trying to survive. We all took this energy on because we needed to survive in a home, in a community, in a society that prioritized busyness over stillness. If you feel depressed, you're not busy enough. Yeah, you are so impatient. But as I get older, I see that my father has always blamed me for my dysregulation. For his dysregulation. I see. I see. Yeah. Why aren't you more like this person? Yeah. Yeah, I've totally made friends with my shadow part, my lazy shadow part, Richard, and she has her say. She's gotten her job promotion. She's there to make sure when I'm overworking or I'm on the verge of burnout that she's like, it's time to be lazy. We have a lazy Sunday. Every Sunday is just for being lazy. Every day after work is just for being lazy. So yeah, she's been reassigned so that she didn't sabotage what I was trying to get done. Now she has a place and she and I are friends. So I'm totally lazy. Sometimes I love that part of me. Absolutely. Nicknamed Snarlax by my grandkids, a Pokemon character who like to take naps. Yeah, totally. When I first moved to Europe, I would go to these lunches with fellow expats, and they said it took them 6 months to really feel like they could slow down and not feel guilty taking a nap. And that truly, and not that Europeans are immune from the restlessness and busyness. That's definitely a global energy. But it's very different moving from big cities in the United States to smaller parts of Europe that can slow down. And I finally feel guilty not taking naps too. So finally don't feel guilty taking naps. I got my knots mixed up. If you can lean, you can clean, even if everything was done. Yep. Okay. So we are going to do a round on the survival that we had to adopt this energy to survive in this society. And then I'm going to incorporate some of your words into this next round. So just tuning into where this energy is and noticing if any of it has gone up as a result of other people sharing, and you may be tuning into a new aspect. That is totally normal too. We don't have to worry. We're going to do some more tapping. So sometimes the energy does go up, the charge does go up. All right, on the side of the hand, nice full gentle breath first. Even though restlessness helped me survive, I give myself permission to feel safe now. Even though my nervous system was trained for motion and worry, I can retrain it for peace. Even though I've held so much pressure in my body, I give myself permission to soften. Yes. And here I'd love to just throw in something for the divine feminine too. We were raised in this masculine go, do, achieve kind of culture, and our feminine is rest, receive, digest, soften. We can soften. Okay, there's my plug for that. Top of the head. I honor the part of me that kept me moving. Eyebrow. Thank you for keeping me safe. Side of the eye. But I don't need to be on guard all the time anymore. Under the arm. I can rest now. Just let your body feel that for a second. I can rest now. Yeah. Mom's not going to come walking down the hallway to make sure that I'm cleaning. And even if she does, I can rest now. Under the nose. It's safe to let go of the chase. Under the mouth. It's safe to unwind this tension. Collarbone. My worth is not tied to doing. Under the arm. Stillness is powerful too. Good. Top of the head. Idle hands make for the devil's work. Eyebrow. Jump up and pretend to clean. Side of the eye. I'll give you something to do if you're bored. Under the eye. Work is the most important thing. Under the nose. Hurry up, hurry up. Under the mouth. The church says I can't be lazy. Collarbone. You're too slow. Under the arm. You'll get depressed if you get still. Top of the head. You're not busy enough if you're feeling depressed. Eyebrow. What if I can be still and not be depressed? What if they don't have to go together? Side of the eye. What if I can be still and present and grateful? I can rest now. Under the eye. Why aren't you more like someone else? They get so much done. And allow yourself to listen to your own inner voice here, perhaps scrolling social media, seeing those people that you're like, how in the world do they do so much? And judging yourself for that. Listen to your own voice in here too. Under the nose. Is it okay to take a nap? Am I allowed to sleep as much as I need? Under the mouth. If you can lean, you can clean. Collarbone. All these messages we received. Stay on the collarbone. And how we took them in to our bodies as our truth. What if none of it was true? We know that other things we learned were not true. So, what if this is just as untrue as that? Under the arm. I deserve to rest. My mind, body, and soul deserve to rest. Side of the hand. And even though I took this on in order to survive, I choose right now to leave it in order to thrive. Ooh, that was a good one, Amanda. Good one. Just made that one up. All right. Ooh. Let's check in. Let's check in and see how everybody's doing. Everything is welcome here, by the way. If you guys tapped into something new and your sud went up, or if your sud's not budging, let me know. Let me know. We have tools, we have techniques to work with that. I'm curious if you tune back into that original event that you thought about. Has your sud changed on any of that? Or have you had any shifts, energetic shifts? It may not be an actual cognitive shift you could put into words, but in your body, do you feel anything different after those couple rounds there? Beautiful, Jen. My chest has opened up and I've had about 1,000 realizations. You may need to use the back of the worksheet to write them all down. Good, good, good. I love that open feeling. My hand hurts, Jen. Is that from tapping or is that more of a inside your hand type of thing? Yes, much more permission to rest and feeling sleepy. Take a nap. Oh, from trying to write so much so fast. I see. Gotcha. Judgment and comparing went down to a one. Beautiful. Body chills finally quit, and I feel at peace taking a rest. Oh my goodness. Celebrating with you big time, Nikki. That's beautiful. Congratulations. Yawning a lot, like I cannot stop. Beautiful. Your nervous system is like, I can finally relax. I can finally be still. I have so much resting I need to catch up on. The yawning is just beautiful. Gained insights about why I work so hard. Yesterday was a 12-hour workday. I'm with you, Jane. I feel that. Just feels like it's wired. It is wired in us to do that. And that's why so many of us have experienced burnout. And we deserve better than that. Our bodies deserve better than that. So yeah, just notice the lightness. The lightness is what I hear more than anything from my clients. I just feel lighter, like I can float. And you know why that is? We just dumped a whole lot of stuck energy. That stuck energy is extremely heavy. And I also noticed my clients say, and people around me said when I was really, really in the midst of this work, you're taller. You've somehow grown, because all of that emotional baggage and all of that hiding and dimming our light makes us small. But when you start to open up like that chest, like Jen was talking about, you literally grow. You get taller, which is awesome. My numbers went up because of awareness. I'm glad that you know that, but I feel more peace in my body. Good, 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 good. I feel a release in me and compassion, understanding for the amazing person I am. I love that. Yes. Okay, Carrie. Yep. Go, 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 because self-care is selfish. I'm going to do a final round on that too. Not a final, but another round before we do our reframing, because I think that that might resonate with other people in the group. If I do rest, if I do take care of myself, um, it's selfish. And we may end up feeling a little guilty for that. So thank you for bringing that up, Carrie. It is so hard to let go, Kelly. I know. And trying to keep up is exhausting. Yeah, I'm not like everyone else. And everyone else is not like everyone else either. We're all just masking to try to keep up in this society. Humans were not meant to move at this pace. Our ancestors hunted, gathered, and chilled. That's what they did. They only hunted as what they needed and gathered what they needed, and then they chilled the rest of the time. They sang, they danced, they played. We are not meant to move at this pace, but giving myself to just be me is a process. I get it. I get it. I get it. Let me see Jane's top. Where are you, Jane? There, let me see. What does it say? Oh, I can't see it. Is it somebody resting? You may have to unmute or type it in. Let me know what it is. Yes,
It's a
Sue. It's a,
sleeping
yeah.
tiger.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's
This is going
beautiful.
to be my cup to remind myself.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, look at the animals. The animals sleep like what, 20 hours a day? They're only up when they need to eat. Yeah, we are moving way too much in this society. I don't know if I finished that thought, Sue, but it's okay to be still. That place is peace. I love the way that you put that. Okay, meditating in the morning gives me a sense of self-care all day, like I gave me what I deserve for the day. Absolutely. But you know what, Jen? I would meditate in the morning and then overwork for the rest of the day. And then that would be my excuse. Oh, no, I already took care of myself for half an hour. So now I can neglect everything else. So it's a good start, but I think self-care has to happen throughout the day too, and really listening to your body when it says it's time for a rest. And yes, Roma, I'm with you. Not saying that men don't experience this, they absolutely do. But we know from the statistics, especially since COVID, that women feel a strong resonance with this topic for sure. If I don't produce, I'm worthless. I'm comfortable being still and resting. Good, good, good. Yeah. Okay. Beautiful, you guys. You can continue putting into the chat. I am going to just do that one last round on even though it's hard to prioritize my self-care. Feels a little selfish. I may feel guilty. I'm going to do it anyway because I am stopping this pattern. It ends with me. For me and all future generations, whether or not you have children, it's still, we're modeling for everyone else that it's okay to be still. And then we'll move into our delicious little reframe round. So thank you guys so much for sharing your shifts. I just froze for a second, but I do believe I'm back. I just love this group. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Side in the hand, even though it is hard to rest. Especially when everyone around me is buzzing all the time. I'm open to anchoring in stillness anyway, because that is where peace lives. Even though I was taught that self care is selfish, And maybe it is. And maybe there's a virtue to selfishness. Maybe there's truth that I have to put my mask on before anyone else. Maybe the more I take care of myself, the more I can care about others. And even though I may still feel guilty when I slow down and rest, I know this is an old response and I can observe it, acknowledge and honor it, process and release it for my well-being and longevity. Top of the head. I deserve to rest. Eyebrow, even if it feels selfish. Side of the eye, even if I feel guilty. Under the eye, I can hold that part of me that feels this way under the nose and let them know it's an old story. Under the mouth, as we take a nap together. Collarbone, as we read a fiction book or watch TV or do anything with no ultimate goal. I can hold this part that feels guilty and selfish and let them know they are perfect just the way they are. Under the arm. It won't happen overnight, but I can catch myself each and every time. I feel the buzz. Side of the hand. And breathe calm into my nervous system. And tap. Good. Let's do one more round here. Even though it's unfamiliar, I am learning to feel safe in stillness. Good. Even though stillness still feels vulnerable, I am held in it. I am reclaiming my right to peace and presence. Good. There's nothing I have to prove right now. Eyebrow. This moment is enough. Side of the eye. I am enough, just as I am. Under the eye. Stillness is not absence, it's presence. I love that one. Under the nose. Stillness is where my power lives. Stillness is where my higher power lives. Under the mouth, I give myself permission to rest. Collarbone, to be held. Under the arm, to trust life without needing to control it. Good. And now place both hands over your heart. I invite you to close your eyes and just tune into that still energy in your body and imagine it as a glowing light in your heart. Calm, quiet, spacious. This light represents your inner stillness, and it's always available no matter what's happening externally. It is always there. Let this light grow and spread through your body. grounding you in the truth. I am safe. I am whole. I am enough. And repeat this to yourself. There is nothing I have to do to be worthy. I choose stillness now. There is nothing I have to do to be worthy. I choose stillness now. One more time. I just like threes. There is nothing I have to do to be worthy. I choose stillness now. Good. Good. Tune into how you're feeling. Yes, Richard. This is what I always tell my mentees and my 4 best practices for mentoring. Fill your cup first. You cannot serve from an empty cup. It must be overflowing in order to be of service to your clients. Good, Anne. I just love you. Very peaceful, Anne says. So much peace inside my body and mind. I feel more peace. Yes, you guys, we're here for our personal peace. We did it. We did it. Beautiful. Oh, I'm so glad, Patricia, you came back for this one. Been away for a while taking care of others, and now you're here to take care of yourself. Good, beautiful yawning and being relaxed. Oh, good, you guys. Oh, thank you, Cornelia. I'm so glad that you guys are feeling free. That's our other goal, a personal peace and emotional freedom, right? I can choose. I can choose. Yes, love the light we can always turn to inside. Took a lot of self-blame, guilt, and shame. Yep, yep, yep. I hear you. Camellia, beautiful. I've never had such a somatic release. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, you guys. Your energy in this group definitely facilitates healing and transformation for everyone else. So thank you so much for bringing your authentic selves, sharing yourself so vulnerably in the chat. Thank you, Ewan. I'm so glad that you're feeling restful too. Beautiful, you guys. Well, another wonderful community tapping circle. Good. Ah, all the good stuff coming in. Wonderful, wonderful. Very moving session. Lots of forgiveness for self. Good. Oh, I'm so happy to hear it. All right, everybody. So much love to all of you. I am going to stop recording now. So thank you, everyone that's going to be watching the replay. Let me share one bit of delicious news, though, before I do that. I have 3 spots left for my women's retreat in Costa Rica. One in a private room, one in a shared home that has 2 separate levels, a living room and a dining room. And it's sweet in the middle of a jungle with resident sloths and me and amazing Ruth Ilger as my assistant and tons of other beautiful women there that are going to be experiencing transformations right alongside you. So if you'd like to learn more, go to personalpeaceretreat.com and we'll see you next month. So much love.